Hey everyone, Matt Pisarcik from RazorEmporium.com coming at you today for another awesome review video. We're going to be looking at some new offerings from Dovo, the straight razor giant of Germany. Let's get started. Okay, I'm going to take it from right here. Usually you guys see me lather up, but part of the review today and kind of the presentation is about the soap as well as the razors and the hardware, right? So all I've done so far was get my face wet with some cold water, and I have used our new secret weapon, the Razor Emporium pre-shave soap. Maybe I should change the name to Secret Weapon. Maybe. So we are looking at a bunch of offerings from Dovo. I had the unique privilege and honor of being they reached out to me about 9 months ago maybe, and they wanted to talk about some new changes and get my input and feedback, and I was like, who am I? I'm just this guy. But obviously we've been a long-time retailer of Dovo, and I even got a handwritten note from the new CEO, Jens. So if you didn't already hear, Dovo changed ownership, and the new owner is the guy who reached out to me, and he wanted to talk and kind of tell me that they're revitalizing their line here. They're making a lot of changes. They were getting rid of a lot of their SKUs. Like, he just felt like the company had ballooned into so many different things they were doing and so many different products, and they were going to kind of narrow down some of the products and also have some new offerings. One of which is a soap we're going to lather up with right now. So they actually worked with Ariana and Evans here in the USA to make this soap, and I think the actual ceramic dish is made down in South America, so it's kind of a crazy thing here. So this is my first time opening this up, so here you go. So I think the ceramic dish gets made in South America, if I'm not mistaken, and then it goes to Ariana and Evans where they put their product into it, and then it goes back to Germany, and then it comes back here to the United States for me to use it. So it goes all over the world. And there's this nice cork top to it. So very cool. Oop. Like the branding on it, looks nice. And then smells very good. This scent comes in this really nice box, right? This scent is called the Berlin Barber. It's a vegan soap. And yeah, I'm interested to try this out. But yeah, Dovo's been around a long time. I mean, it's one of the oldest razor companies in Germany. They've been around since like 1906. I'm sure they've had multiple owners over the years. From what I understand, they were like in straight up bankruptcy court, and they weren't doing so hot, but the new owner, has come in and making changes and wants to, get it into a good spot again. So I wanted you guys to see this lather up. I gotta admit, I think it's only been maybe 1 or 2 times I've ever used a Ariana and Evans A&E soap. So this is gonna be kind of a new experience for me as well. I'm not usually a bowl latherer, but we're just gonna kind of lather right in here and then start building. One of the things that they asked me about, they said like, do you have any feedback for us as a retailer? And I said, yeah, I got a bone to pick. It's not every day that the CEO of a big razor company wants to talk to you. So, and I'm not very modest if you haven't picked up on it. I kind of like to tell it how it is. So, I obviously exchanged some pleasantries, and I think we had like almost an hour and a half long phone call. So I wasn't, coming at him shooting necessarily. But, towards the end of the call, he asked for like my honest feedback on some stuff, and I said, we like your razors, that, we've always carried them, they do well, they're really well known, they're like, you guys are like the standard bearer brand, like you're like the Ford Motor Company of razors. But it's the assumption that I think a lot of us make in the wet shaving community that they actually don't arrive shave ready, and you have to have them honed by someone else. Like back in the day, Lynn Abrams of Straight Razor Designs and Straight Razor Place, the old forum, he was honing like all the Dovo razors that came through ClassicShaving.com. And I don't know if that was, I don't know how that whole thing transpired, but there just kind of was always a stigma or kind of a perception that you had to have Dovo razors honed, even after you get them brand new from the factory. And that was just pervasive. So we, even us as a retailer, you know, we have a service department, of course, and so we were honing the Dovo razors that came brand new before we sent them to customers. And we weren't even like marking people up on that. We just kind of did it. Other people who bought from other websites, if you bought like a Dovo on Amazon, like I guess either it arrived not shave ready or you had to send it out and pay extra money on top of that, I guess. I don't know. So, oh, they also sent this cool towel. So a lot of people don't know this, but Dovo's also really super known for manicuring products. Like their division that does straight razors is obviously a big part, the cutlery, but like manicuring scissors and stuff like that. If you even look at the logo, it's the little guy's got a knife and a hammer. Like they've been known for cutlery, not just straight razors. He doesn't have a straight razor or a brush in his hand. He's got like an anvil or a hammer, like so he can bang on a piece of steel, and a sword. And Zollingen, yes, that is the correct pronunciation. The city in Germany is called the City of Blades. It's been known, I mean, for centuries as the place to get nice cutlery from. Okay, so what did they send me? They said, in response to my comment about not being shave ready, they said, we actually enlisted the help of a university and like we're doing some crazy optical scan or some kind of test to be able to test if they're shave ready or not now. And we changed our sharpening process. And that was one of the reasons they sent this care package to me was to demonstrate this new honing process. And I'm quite excited to give it a shot. There's a sticker on this blade. There we go. What exactly does this sticker say? Touching the cutting edge might cause damages. Please read manual first. Well, I'm glad that it has that liability waiver. But a beautiful blade. This is out of the blue case, and this one, the SKU on it is the 1065861 Stauern Backlinsta. I'm probably butchering that. I didn't take German class, I took Spanish class. And they sent me another one in a different kind of packaging. And that one also, I'm guessing, has this warning on it. No, it does not. This is the Facharbeit. There's no label on here to read. I think it says Facharbeit. Now this is stainless steel, ice tempered. So very cool. So we'll give that a shot too. I don't want my soap to dry up. The soap lathered really nice. I like this Ariana Evans. I like this scent, very pleasant. Let me just kind of freshen this up. Now, I say the same disclaimer every time. I would not ever consider myself a straight razor shaver. Years and years ago, I used one, but I use one a few times a year, so I'm a little rusty, guys. In fact, the last time I used one was probably on camera. No, I think I shaved once or twice at home since the last time you guys saw me do a video review. My video producer keeps on saying, Matt, you gotta use one at home. And I say, yeah, okay. So we're gonna start with the first one and give this a shot. This is a carbon steel blade, 5/8, round point. The new method of sharpening. Let's see how it is. I haven't honed it, I haven't stropped it, I didn't touch it. It's right out of the box, right to my face. Let's give it a shot. Now, I did not give this razor an easy task because I have 2.5 days of growth. Last time I got chastised by only having like a half a day of growth, and you guys were like, oh, half a day, that's not enough. And I'm like, guys, it's hard to coordinate all this stuff when I'm supposed to shave. So far it feels nice. It feels like most of the Dovo razors I've used and most of the straight razors, they do have more of a sensation of, resistance than a double edge. We get these emails from people who are brand new to straight razor shaving, and they'll say the razor arrived to me and it's dull. It's just not it's not cutting. And I say, well, have you used a straight razor before? No, I've just used double edge or used cartridge. And I say, well, there's going to be a different sensation. This blade is a lot bigger. And there's just more hair to go through. And it's a bigger blade. And notice I'm doing what I said you should do. In my top 10 ways to not destroy your straight razor, I said don't use the sink. Look at that, guys. I'm wiping all my disgusting hair and lather onto the towel. And I'll throw this in the wash when we're done, right? I don't need to put it under the water. I have these guys who say, oh, I got a new straight razor and it's all rusty. Well, why is it rusty? Well, I don't know, maybe I didn't dry it. Well, why was it wet to begin with? Well, how else am I supposed to get the lather off? On a towel. It's dry. It's dry cleaning. Before we get too far along, we're going to switch over. This guy looks a little bigger. I would say this is either a 6/8 or, God, near maybe 13/16. It's a big boy. Let's see how it feels. This is supposed to be, again, the new sharpening method, and this is supposed to be the stainless steel, so it should feel a little different. I actually like that better. It doesn't surprise me. My favorite straight razor and becoming my personal straight razor was a J.A. Henkel's stainless steel. I always say if you have a coarser beard, get stainless steel. Yeah, this is a little bit less resistance and tugging compared to that one. And I'm making a giant mess of my shirt. I just feel like I've been talking so much, everything's getting dry. Remember, the job of a soap isn't to just have a bunch of secret magic ingredients that are slick and lubricating. Like, yeah, of course that's like what it should be doing. But another big job is just to suspend water to your skin. Water on your skin, it's hydration. Hydration makes the hair easier to cut. And also, water is a great lubricant, right? It's one of nature's best. I do think that this is nice. I would definitely consider these shave ready out of the box. So that is an improvement. You guys want to know how bold I am? I don't even have a styptic pencil here. I just realized this. We're on set in our video studio, and we haven't done any straight razor stuff for such a long time. I have nothing, guys. If I get cut, it's going to be a horrible bloodbath, and you'll be watching. And honestly, right now, I'm purposely making the lather a slightly different consistency than I normally would if it's double edge. I'm making it a wetter consistency, so it's not as foamy in Santa Claus and whipped cream. It's a little bit more drippy looking, and that's just because I want all the hydration I can get for this kind of a shave. Remembering to skin stretch. Ah, I did it. I wasn't even thinking. I accidentally got my razor wet. Oh no. It's okay, guys. I forgive myself. And I wipe it off. It's okay. Wow, I actually can feel the difference by relathering this side and having it be slightly wetter. It's even easier to cut. And it also could be this side was sitting longer with product just on top of it. But that's actually really nice and close. Look at that. I kind of go back and forth with cheating with my right hand. Some parts I'll use my left for. And some parts I'll use my right for. Remember, there's not some drill sergeant in your bathroom who's gonna yell at you and judge you for, you know, taking some little measures along the way to help yourself out, or like you don't have to fall into this purist spiral of like, I'm a straight razor shaver now. I can't touch a double edge. I can't cheat a little bit. I can't use my right hand on my left side of my face. Oh, it's a little tiny part of stubble on my chin. What do I do, guys? Whew. This will make sure you're awake in the morning when you're grabbing towards this. I also want to note that I should have done this video a while back. So I apologize to Dovo because I told him I was going to shoot this video like a few months ago, but so busy with different videos we had on our schedule. And I was traveling and I hurt my thumb and I didn't want to shave, with a bad thumb, my left hand. So, we're not sponsored by Dovo. This was a care package sent to me, but I mean, again, we are a retail partner, and that's not uncommon for a manufacturer to send a retailer, like an example, like a specimen of a new sample product. And I did tell him I would be shooting a review video, and I also told him I would tell my audience out there my honest opinion, which I am telling you. If you noticed, I haven't picked that one up again yet. I've been using this one ever since. I really like this blade. This reminds me a lot of my J.A. Henkel's. In fact, I'm already thinking in my head that I want to place an order for our store for these because I get these customers who got super coarse beards like me, and I know why they're saying that the carbon steel may just not be for them or feels more tuggy. It was a noticeable difference between these two blades, going from the carbon steel to the stainless steel. That's why I haven't gone back to that, because that one just had more of a pulling, tugging sensation, And it wasn't like unbearable, but this one's just gliding through the hair better for me. And it could be that I have 2.5 days of growth instead of if I only had a day of growth or half a day of growth. That may be more comfortable, more easy. But coming from a place of being already a little apprehensive using a straight razor because I'm not, practiced up on it. This one's just making me feel safer and more comfortable. I feel more comfortable using this one. So that is, I'm going to call it that. I'm going to do a ever so slightly, and I hope I don't get judgment for this, ever so slight cleanup with a DE on a couple little areas. I'm not even going to do a full lather. I'm going to do kind of just work this around. I really do like the scent. This Berlin Barber is nice. There's just a couple little areas that are just tricky for me with a straight razor to get to. And again, if I had been using one every day, the straight razor for the last like 2 months to prepare for this video, I wouldn't probably have to come back and do a little cleanup pass. I'm not even going to do like my whole face. It's really just a couple little areas. Kind of around the perimeter. I do have a slight apprehension of shaving my left side of my face with a straight razor, and I still have a nasty scar. If you see it just in the right light, you'll see like a gash, like 1/2 inch or 3/4 inch long, like right over here on my cheek. I had sliced my face open a few years ago with a straight razor because I was going too fast, and I was trying to do, I was out of practice or whatever. And so whenever I go to this left side, I'm always like, not again. So that's all. A quick little cleanup. I would say, and again, in the transparency of trying to be honest with myself, honest with you guys out there, I've used other carbon steel straight razors that felt a little more comfortable than this, like the Ralph Oss that we sell. Out of the box, at least the one I've used, the time I did it, I felt it was sharper or less tuggy feeling than that guy. This stainless steel one felt more like the Ralph Oss to me, a little more effortless, still more effort than a double edge, but less effort needed, less feeling of tugging or pulling or effort needed. So that's just to be said. I would feel very comfortable selling these to a customer and telling them that they're shave ready. I wouldn't hesitate by saying that. So I'm really happy that Dovo has changed their sharpening process, and I'm happy that they're making kind of a commitment to deliver products that are going to be more out of the box, able to be used. So that's great. I'm going to apply some Razor Emporium Barbershop Aftershave Balm, and that's going to feel phenomenal. And again, I know I had 2.5 days of growth, and I have extremely coarse, wiry hair. So I'm like, if you think of the bell curve of normal in the middle and like very light beard, very heavy beard, I'm way over here on the bell curve of abnormally, coarse and hard to shave beard and very sensitive skin. Very slight irritation down on this part of my neck. I don't think it was part of this razor. You have to remember, guys, I do so many different kinds of razors, and I think this was caused by something I reviewed in a different period of time that was close by to this video. So, but no, very good overall. They also sent me this cool little bowl. It's again nice ceramic lather bowl. It's got their little emblem inside. I think this is kind of new, and it's got another little dish. I guess you need both. I'm not a big bowl latherer, so that's just not my cup of tea to begin with. I like lathering just right on the soap dish. They also sent me this little guy. Help me out. What is it for? Maybe I should have looked at a picture first. I was trying to put a straight razor in it, but it didn't work like this. If I close it, I guess that's how it's probably supposed to be used. You know, closed on your bathroom counter like that. Or maybe it's during your shave that you can set it down, but then the blade's pointing up. I don't know. So help me out with that one. How is this product supposed to be used? I don't think it's supposed to be like this, because then your blade's probably going to touch the counter. So what am I doing wrong with that, guys? I don't know what that's supposed to do. Like that? Ah, that's how it's supposed to be. The blade is upside down. That does fit with that. Maybe this guy. I don't know. So, didn't understand that product in full, but maybe it's user error. I always will admit that it could be me. Could be me. I'm already done, but I forgot the most important part. The story of these blades. So, the reason I like this one so much is because it's vintage, of course. This blade was actually part of a group of blades that was made in 1967, and they were commissioned to be made, but you know, they were forged and, you know, ground and everything, but just, I guess they never were picked up, never were used. And so they rediscovered this recently with kind of going through the old warehouse and, you know, changing things around with the new ownership. And they found these and they've put them back out. So these are the stainless steel ones I was using that I really, really enjoyed. The Facharbeit. I'm sure that's not how you say it. If you know the right German pronunciation, tell me below. But again, super, super hollow ground stainless steel from yesteryear. So it's a blast from the past. You can't get these forever. So kind of limited edition. I think I'm going to keep this one because I liked it so much. So that's all I got. If you've used a Dovo straight razor, what did you think? Have you got one recently? Did you notice a difference with the sharpening on it? If you knew Ariana and Evans was making this new cool soap for Dovo, tell me below in the comments. And if you do leave a comment, you're entered to win this, the official Razor Emporium black and blue t-shirt. That's all I got for you guys today. Thanks so much for watching. Please like this video if you like it, subscribe to our channel, share this video with a friend out there who needs to see it, and we'll see you next time at Razor Emporium for all things vintage shaving. Thanks, guys.